Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. This is the Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast.
G'day everybody and welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Today's show is proudly brought to you by TraderCobb.com, where you can find all of your trading education for crypto. Guys, jump across to TraderCobb.com, log in and get yourself access to the bi-weekly free video newsletter, and you can even jump in and get a free month on Market View this month. So get across there, enjoy the service, and get stuck into all the content that is available. So let's go through and have a look at the market. Things have happened, things are moving, as they often are within this wonderful space that we call cryptocurrency. When I look at the top 10 right now, just a quick snapshot. Bitcoin's up, Lumen's up, nothing else is up. Yeah, so Bitcoin's actually, it started to sell off again. It did push back down. I mean, if I'm having a look at the charts right now, which I am, there was one big sell-off there on that 4 hour to 7,500 and an immediate rejection, which to me, again, it's not saying that we're going to see a new higher low. It's not suggesting that we're in a bull market. It's just another little tick back in the box of the bulls. So now what we have is a potential higher low setting in here on the 4 hour off of 7,500. It was a very minor level, but that minor level was very majorly rejected on, say, the 4 hour and lower time frames, where that can be actually very, very evident. So it's starting to look a little bit more positive. Yesterday I did discuss the fact that we had that bullish candle. We didn't break the, oh, actually, hang on, let me have a look. The high that was 7,677. And the high of yesterday's candle was 7,691. So it did break the high of that bullish candle that I was speaking of. It did break the high of that candle. Therefore, it's another little tiny tick in the box of the bulls, and I would expect to see a break up through the 7777 level, the 7,777 level, and set a higher low there on that daily. I would not be surprised at all to see that. Of course, it could just collapse, fall, and do its thing, but it's looking ever more likely now that we will push up through that 7,777 level and continue to move towards the level of 8,000. So it's quite an interesting time on Bitcoin. I'm not trading Bitcoin because there simply are no trades at this stage. Ethereum, having a look at that, it's bounced off that 586 level the other yesterday's candle. We saw that. It hasn't broken the high, but it's starting to look a little bit more bullish there too. Bitcoin Cash also has a similar sort of looking chart with no break to the upside. EOS the same, Cardano the same, Lumen the same. Neo has not broken that same candle either. IOTA looking a little bit more bearish than the rest of them. It's pulled back into a great level. It's just that it hasn't got that bullish candle. Ripple looking very similar, as well as is Litecoin right now. So Bitcoin really one of the leaders there. It's broken the high of that daily candle, and none of the others within that top 10 have actually managed to meet that feat. Now I'll be honest, Bitcoin's only just broken through the high of the candle. But it has broken the high of the candle. It has moved to 7,500. It has rejected 7,500 on the lower time frame. So it is starting to look a little bit more bullish. And don't get me wrong, that's not me saying I think we're going to see the market take off or do anything silly like that. It's just it does appear that there may be a reversal of trend going on the daily time frame. So one thing I wanted to discuss today with you guys is we often talk about what we do need in trading. But there's also things that we don't need. And there's also things that happen that need to be respected. And we've got to learn from those. One of those things is when things go wrong. Your biggest lessons, your biggest things that you're going to take from are going to be your losses or your failures. Now, failure is when you stop. It's when you give up. You know, lessons come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. And you know what? If you don't stop, then you haven't failed. So what I'm getting at is this: you're going to have trades that go against you. You're going to have periods where you're very frustrated. You're going to have times where you think it's too dark. I can't be bothered. I can't go on. I don't want to trade anymore, and you want to give up. These are your best opportunities to learn. So if you're in that position at the moment, or if you've got that, and it's just happened, you're still feeling the sting of that, don't worry. It's the time to learn. As a matter of fact, the more pain you're feeling, this sounds terrible, but the more pain you're feeling, the more opportunity you have to learn. Now, guys, girls that are in the community that I've got, that have done the courses, that have gone through that, that doesn't mean they're not going to have these things. It doesn't mean, doing the courses and learning how to trade, my strategies and working from a structured environment like I do, It doesn't ensure success. It ensures you've got the tools. Just like going to university doesn't mean you're going to get a great job. You're ready for training. Now, it's a bit different with what I'm doing because, obviously you come out of it and you can actually start doing things. You can start trading. But don't feel bad if things aren't going your way. It's an opportunity for you to learn. Now, we've seen the market's been getting a bit of a battering this year so far, and I know that there are a lot of people out there that were buying through November and December that are kind of hurting. They are hurting right now, especially if they bought in December, because December went straight up, and then January or the end of December went straight back down. Now, this is what happens in the markets. It's steadied out now. It's a lot less volatile. If you actually look at the chart, you look from December, if you look at the chart from sort of end of November to the start of February, you'll note how radical that was, how flamboyant that chart looks, how all over the shop that chart looks. Now, if you look at it where we are now, it's a lot more calm. These are good conditions. If you bought back in December, if you bought back in November, let that be a lesson. Learn from that. The hype doesn't help. You've got to time your entries. So just be aware that when you are feeling down, when things are not going the way that you had hoped, whether that be in trading or just anything in general, these are opportunities for you to become bigger, stronger, and better. Don't be down for too long. You've got to feel some pain sometimes. You have to. I get that. You've got to move on, dust yourself off, and get back up and get going again, because these are opportunities for you to strengthen yourself as a human, whether it be trading or not. So guys, have a fantastic day. Don't forget, this show is brought to you by TraderCobb.com. Jump across there and register for the free bi-weekly video newsletter, and jump on also to a free month on Market View. Have a great day. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. Check out TraderCobb.com because experience matters.